the Lord says you have to give to receive. Daddy Bruce was a very giving person. He can look down upon us and see what he did for the people in this community and know that it worked.
He brought a lot to our community. He brought hope to these people down here because nobody was out here helping us. And he brought hope, and he started helping us and showing us there is another side and there is a blessing that's coming to you.
Daddy Bruce was an incredible philanthropist. He was the guy with the biggest heart in the hood and throughout all of Denver.
Daddy Bruce is a longtime legend of the city of Denver, especially part of the east side of Denver, the Five Points area, the Curtis Park, Cole neighborhood, and Whittier.
He would get up on this balcony on his son's barbershop. There was a little balcony there where he would stand up and kind of look down at the multitude and just make sure everything was going right. And then you could see all of the media and everything got their cameras fixed on him, just looking over his family, kind of this father figure looking over his family and making sure everybody's getting fed and, everything's going smoothly. And I just thought that was just, man, what a guy.
Bruce Randolph was born in Pastoria, Arkansas on February 15th in the year 1900. He was the sixth child of Tammy and Josephine Randolph. They had to hunt small game, and from dawn to dusk, they worked the family farm and grew their vegetables. By the time he was 15 years old, Bruce was picking cotton for his stepfather for 10 cents a week. It was hard labor. Bruce's stepfather had a son who worked side by side with Bruce. At the end of each week, Bruce's stepfather gave his natural son a quarter, and he gave Bruce a dime. They both did the same work, but he got paid much less. Bruce decided to leave. Bruce saved up $2, enough money to catch a train to Little Rock, Arkansas. On that night of his departure, he began his 8-mile trek to the town where he would have to board the train. Bruce had a companion with him that night on his journey to Sherrill, but as they walked, his friend began to fall further and further behind. He had second thoughts and returned home. No such thoughts for Bruce. He boarded that train, excited about the new life and opportunities that lay ahead. Time and again, his sense of adventure led him to new and different ventures, including a hotel business, a taxi cab stand, and he even became a bootlegger during Prohibition, selling whiskey and Coke bottles for 50 cents each. In 1963, Daddy Bruce's Barbecue opened on 34th and Gilpin, right there on that corner. It was right there on that corner that he started his annual tradition of preparing Thanksgiving meals for families in need.
There's a story about Daddy Bruce that when he was a young child, he really believed in Santa Claus and loved Christmas. And one year, he woke up and was really excited, hoping to get a bunch of gifts. He ran room to room and didn't find any gifts. He was so hurt by that he went in the corner and cried and was so sad that Santa never came.
Well, me and my family were living in the projects down on 32nd and Arapahoe, and money was kind of tight and food was really scarce. My mom was the only working person in the family. And I remember a friend of mine coming down to the house and saying, man, there's a little guy up here on Franklin that's giving food away. And I thought to myself, who's going to be giving food away? He said, no, man, the whole community is out there. This man is feeding the whole community.
He gave so much of his time and money and energy to people who were less fortunate than he. He served Thanksgiving dinner every Thanksgiving, like a full hot meal to people who wouldn't otherwise be able to have a hot meal, and to be able to fellowship with people who wouldn't have a family to spend the Thanksgiving holiday with.
Dear Mr. Randolph, over the years I have witnessed many times the greatness of the American spirit, compassion for others, creativity in meeting the challenges, and the determination to accomplish our goals are significant attributes of our people. One evidence of this spirit is the loving concern of people like you. I am pleased to extend my personal congratulations and commendation to you for your generous voluntary contributions to your community. Your involvement exemplifies the highest tradition of service to others and enhances the lives of all our citizens. Best wishes for continued success. Sincerely, Ronald Reagan.
The program started off very small with him doing a small community outreach program for folks, and then it evolved into something much, much larger, which is today one of the largest events that we hold in the city. This past year, my understanding is that they gave out 10,000 boxes to folks who were a little less fortunate than the rest of us.
Therefore, I, John W. Hickenlooper, Governor of the State of Colorado, do hereby officially proclaim November 22nd, 2014, Denver Feed a Family Day.
All right.
People like Daddy Bruce Randolph affect our society as a whole in the way that energy just amplifies. So if there's good energy, more energy grows, like a vibration. Same with negative energy. And so here's this great energetic person with a giving heart, and every person he touched, he made feel better. And then hopefully those people that he influenced and touched would make someone else feel better. So he's a living example of how people can really impact their community, not just in their neighborhood, but throughout a city and around the globe.
It means really love and happiness, because, you know, there's families out here who cannot get, Thanksgiving and stuff like that. They can't get turkeys, dressing, or nothing like that. So it's appreciation tonight.
It's a day to give. Everyone, I think, should help, volunteer for people and help people that are in need. And doing this, it also gives you a good feeling in your stomach, because you know that you're helping these people get food. So, they can go through this holiday not being hungry, and they can eat with their families.
So Daddy Bruce has been a great, awesome man, and everybody still remember him. Even though he's gone, he's still in our prayers, because we know he's watching over us still.
He left a legacy that will not die. We will not let it die.
I would like to tell you about the story of Mr. Bolden that owns the Broncos. Now, Mr. Bolden loved my daddy. Daddy Bruce loved the Broncos, and I love the Broncos, win or lose. I'm still a Bronco fan. And Mr. Bolden came down in front of Daddy Bruce's barbecue place and put his arm around me, and he'd always said, "Junior, I really love you, Dad." And when Daddy Bruce died, and that film was over $10,000, Mr. Bolden sent 5 of his men down and said, "Any bills that Daddy Bruce incurred for the funeral or medically, send the bills to him."